Hey everyone, full disclosure before we start the video here, it is like literally midnight out. Okay, literally midnight out, and we're gonna start with the process of the car. What's going on YouTube? We're 30 something hours away from Family Feud 2. Last second okay from the wife, honey, I love you so much, but we are gonna do some work to the all-wheel drive Charger before Family Feud 2. So we're gonna throw in an oil cooler system just for safety things, longevity of the engine, everything like that. I'm here at Rains Precision Motorsports, Littleton, Colorado, with owner Glenn Rains and his custom design oil cooler kit for the 5.7 liter Hemis. So we're gonna try and get this stuff into the car here and just get the car in a safe condition for racing. So the thought of this is whenever with a stock bottom end 5.7 and then you're running boost, you run a big risk of damaging the engine. A lot of times what it is the piston rings, they warm up, and when they expand they end up touching. When they touch together and then the piston's moving up and down, you end up chipping the top of your piston. Part of the way of keeping the engine safe is keeping it cooler. 180 degree T-stat mod. Here we're adding the oil cooler, and basically whenever you're driving the car hard, you don't want to get those oil temperatures really high and start causing problems with aggressive driving with high oil temperatures. So the way the car is set up right now, my oil temperatures do sit around 205 degrees on just daily driving on the highway and stuff like that. And that's usually a pretty normal temperature, but I want to keep it lower than that just for safety. So typically when I race at the track, I won't run the car unless I'm at 180 degrees for the oil temperature or lower. And if I race a quarter mile starting at 180 degrees, when I get to the end of the quarter mile and let off the gas, I'm already at 205, 208 degrees for the oil temperature. And you know, it just really makes me nervous, especially when we're pushing boost through a stock bottom end 5.7. We're gonna get this done, and we'll see what the end result is. And you know, I already know that this is gonna be a good modification for the 5.7. I'm not the first car to have this installed by Glenn Rains. He's done it on a few other cars and it's worked great, and I'm just really excited to get this installed in my car now. So we'll just kind of do some time-lapse fun putting things together, and then I'll do kind of a results piece at the end here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Got the heat exchanger in there, and it's a matter of just running some lines now and make sure we don't have any leaks, and it's done. Easy as that. It's easy for me because I'm just holding the camera. He's the one that's doing all the work. It's all installed. Just gotta trim some of the plastic here so we can hit the track here in a little over 24 hours now. So let's see what we get there. Just gotta get the airflow in through that. Kind of closed off, which I don't know why companies do fake vents and stuff like that. I mean, Honda is notorious for that with their new Civic Type R, all these fake vents that are in there, but they're all completely closed off. All the companies do it. I just know Honda just went crazy when they were doing it. So this one, it's opened up in the middle, but for some reason on the sides here, they closed it. Even these fake vents right here next to the fog lamps. I don't know, just make it open. So oil cooler's completely in. We just had to do a temporary mesh grill on the lower grill here. So for a temporary fix, I think it looks pretty good, but we'll do something a little bit more permanent here in the future. But I'll report back here on oil temperatures.